Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. We talk a lot about the watch market prices falling, but I wanted to get a bit more concrete and see what's really going on here in Hong Kong between individuals and dealers, and between individuals themselves trading. Because Chrono24 is a great app. It gives some cool statistics, but the prices that you see come from dealers, so you're paying for their margin. They tend to show a higher price and accept maybe a lower bid. Baked in is their cost to accept credit card payment, the fees of Chrono24. All in all, it is one of the reasons that watch prices increased so quickly, because everybody has access to it, and it's good information. It also means that everybody tends to use this as a reference, and anybody can put any price they want. Take, for example, this Patek Philippe annual calendar. Is it really worth 238,000 Hong Kong dollar or not? Well, actually, this black dial is a bit less commonly seen. Very elegant watch. But in reality, you have to visit the dealers in Hong Kong, where usually prices are pretty slightly under the rest of the world, because there's just so much stocks around, so many dealers competing here, and even more when you trade with another individual on the buy-sell trading app, which I'm going to show you. It's called Carousell. So this is a trading app that we use here to buy any possible item, any possible good you can imagine, from wine to watches, beds, furniture, anything. Dealers use this, private people like me use this, and it's a better gauge of the actual market. And so when I see something interesting, for example, this Vacheron Constantin overseas first gen chronograph, fairly common watch here in Hong Kong, many dealers have it. This one is here at a dealer called Introduction, which is 2 minutes away from my location in Central. $86,000. It's actually a fair price. Have to see the condition. You get all the details. It tells you here in English or in Chinese. This one doesn't have the box, but it has the it says full set but no box. Okay, probably the box disintegrated. For example, if I push on the little heart at the bottom, it will go in my saved items. So I like to save items that I feel come at a good price, and just to see if they sell. So there you go. You see the watch here is saved in my saved items. Well, let's see a bit what else I save. Sometimes I just save them because they're beautiful, like the black dial overseas, second generation here, with the GLC movement still. 130 is quite fair for this unusual dial. Usually you see the white dial, and pretty good price. But of course you can make an offer and change the price here. And for example, if you're dealing with whether it's a dealer or a private party, these days people will take cash. A lot of people just happy to take the cash, like even lowball a lot. 100K, you never know, you might get the watch, or at least you will get a counter offer where the guy is okay, and people are okay to lose 10,000-20,000 Hong Kong dollar. Remember, Hong Kong dollar, 7.8 Hong Kong dollar is 1 US. Yeah, I told you, as you can expect, the IWC Ingenieur Hong Kong dollar price for this version is about 92,000, I think, and this one here coming at a very aggressive 62,000. So 30% off, more than 30% off. And this person, if you want to know who it is, you push on the button and you can see if it's an individual, Anna Chan, or she's got one more watch to sell, but the rest is ladies stuff. And she would take probably 60. So you should always negotiate in Hong Kong. Asking 62 meaning show her 58, and she might take it. So that's how you trade here in Hong Kong. and then you meet up in the metro, in the subway, or anywhere. Everything is safe, and obviously there's no fake yet of this watch. This is the real deal. We'll have to see the condition. This one look like it looks already quite beat up. I wonder if it's just the reflections, or if she played tennis with it, or something more rough. But this looks like a lot of wear for a watch from 2024. Yeah, not really ideal, but the price is very low. But there's many of these, as you will see. For example, I saved this. I think it's kind of funny. I don't really know the value of these. I saved guitars as well. A very cool Jimmy Page #2, if you know what it is. I'm not really interested in the Christopher Ward Bell Canto, but I'm just curious to see if people pay that. I'm not even sure if it's the retail. I suppose it's around the retail price. Something interesting I saw at Zenith 3 years back, I think, was the full carbon DeFi Classic. Just an impressive timepiece. It's a bit the Zenith homage to Hublot, which is an homage to the AP Ryalok, if I want to be really mean. But really, Zenith has become a high-end knockoff brand. But this one, really impressive. It's not really a beautiful dial, right, the skeletonized dial, but the price in Hong Kong dollar is like 150, so that's 20 grand US. And here it was offered by a dealer, not even an individual, a dealer, for 10,000 US, 76,000. It's just under 10,000 US, and it's sold. So that's why I like to save these things, just to keep track. I was almost tempted, but there's another one actually available at the moment. But there you go, you lose 50% on a watch like that, and that's important information for you. And or even the AD 3 years ago told me, well, don't go crazy on this, because I think I was buying the Chronomaster Sport that day, and he was showing me that, and even he thought the price was insane for a Zenith. But a very cool watch, and super light, and crazy technology. I saved this Omega. I'm not sure why. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? This is a museum. You know, the Omega Museum. They redo watches from at least 50 years from their past. And I didn't know this one. It's probably one of the first ones. And it just looked like a vintage. It really nailed it. What a beautiful watch. I mean, look at this brushed dial. What a beautiful timepiece. And completely forgotten. And that's why also I like to go in the street, show you the watches. But everything that I show you in the streets usually is in this app, which you can Google probably. You can have access to Carousell and see what's up. So please, I know you send me many messages, DMs about, hey, is this watch available in Hong Kong? What's the price? This is just my hobby. I can't really answer to all your queries. I'm really sorry about that. But you can Google it yourself, and this is what I use really to give you a price point in Hong Kong, because I can't just roam the streets all day long giving you the best price for the Submariner 126610 LV, right? I'm kind of following, but not all the time. Now, very interesting, Japek Antarctique. There's lots of different dials now. Very beautiful, very refined watch. Steel sport integrated. Very difficult to sell now, and they're trading way below retail. I forgot what the retail is, but here it was first offered at 155, which is about 20 grand US, and now they dropped the price 136, and it's sold probably lower. Usually, if somebody lowballs me and I take the offer, I tell them, hey, send me an offer for more, I will accept it. So at least I protect you, right? You don't show that you bought it at a very low price, because it sets a price point in the market on the app, and then it doesn't help you if you wanted to resell it. There you go, Watch Gen. I think that's a dealer, actually. Yeah, that's a dealer. Look what they have. They have some dealers are now expanding beyond the Rolex, Patek AP, and they try other brands. They Frédéric Constant here, Abu Dhabi version. They try a bit more quirky things like Moser, but coming at a much lower price than the retail. That's also what's interesting to see. So there you go, a real price point for Japek Antarctique with one of the fancier dials, 136,000 Hong Kong dollar. Look at this Ingenieur, beautiful grey dial, I love it. Sold for 69,000, that would be around 9,000 US, down from a price of Hong Kong dollar 92,000 or something like that. So a good 20% off, 25% off for this watch, and it sells. So you see, I saved these watches not that long ago. And you can see on top it says over 3 months ago. So these watches had been listed for a long time, but they sold fairly recently. 6 weeks ago, I picked this up. A nice Royal Oak, actually. Chronograph. And again, it sold 184. So 20, I don't know, 23, 24,000 US. You make the calculation. You divide by 7.8. One of the watches I really like is the Piaget Polo, and as you can see, it's been listed for a long time. These watches trade in the 50,000 range, retail for quite a bit more. I really like the black one on the strap. Another watch that has sold is the Vacheron Quai de Lille. So you see a bit of a quirky watch. These, you know, the retail is probably, what, 120, 140. It's a Vacheron, right? A very nice movement inside. Maybe not their very best, but I think you still get the Geneva seal. And yeah, you get the full set for Vacheron Constantin. That's kind of quirky type of watch, and it sells under 10,000 US in the real world of Hong Kong. What else did I save? I saved the Patek Philippe 5326 just by curiosity to see if it does sell, because that's also a gauge of the market, how long they stay on the market. Just like the FP Jaune, so much has been said about this Tantalum chronomètre bleu, 600,000. I think that's quite a bit lower than where it used to trade. Moving on a bit, Parmigiani Tonda, Rolex Submariner, another IWC with the beautiful aqua blue dial that sold for 69,000. That's about 9,000 US. Even, you know, this two-tone GR&R, that's pretty much the retail price on the retail. So it's not really moving, right? It's not really moving. The details on the watch, always good to look. It's from 2023, like new. This is one of my favorites. And yeah, 5212. If I had a bit extra cash, this is what I would want to have, because it's so special. This dial, this complication, the case, the fact that it is in steel. It's a one-off. It doesn't come from a lineage really of Patek models, and really exceptionally cool. Definitely a collectible. This is the type of Patek you should be getting, and it's a great price. And this is below retail. You could make an offer to Watch Gen. Again, these guys, they try to move metal, and some dealers are like that. You see them repeatedly because they're not too greedy. They just want to move metal and move watches. That's what a good dealer does. Take a little, 8-10% on everything. Here in Hong Kong, people ask me, hey, how do you pay? You got to pay cash, or you pay with transfer or fast transfer within Hong Kong. If you come with credit card, it leaves a trace for the dealer, so not so good for, I suppose, on the tax level, but also there's an extra 3% cost. But more and more dealers accept credit card payment, but cash is king, and there's no limit. Unlike in Europe, here you are allowed to make money, you're allowed to carry cash, you're allowed to buy. If you want to buy a Ferrari with cash, with bags of cash, you can in Hong Kong. You're free to do what you want with your money. Another Ingenieur that sold, you see how the prices have dropped. It was 75,000. Now someone can't sell one at 62,000, but it's damaged. I think 69, 68,000 is the right price for that watch. And you need to go on the app every day, regularly, to follow a bit what's going on. Look at this crazy watch, my favorite watch in my collection, and this is half price. So I told immediately my buddy Simon, hey, grab this, and unfortunately it was already reserved. Of course, 60,000 for this gold beautiful watch, one of the most beautiful watches ever made by Omega. Sometimes I save the Holy Grails as well, and yeah, you'd be surprised how many of those Submariners you find here, and the prices are steadily falling. I think this one is yes, full set actually, but it's 2021 model. But yeah, do you spend that much for it, or do you just hope to get it at the AD one day? I think 106 is quite fair. Maybe I should get this one if it hasn't been polished. Anyway, you can also find more quirky, interesting, cool watches, GLC powered Audemars Piguet. That's a pretty nice. It's beautiful. It's an AP, right, with a great movement. And the retail was almost 300,000 honky, and now for 100,000 you can get this. If you're in really for horology, for the beauty of it, a watch like that, or this LUC 8 hertz model for 56,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think it's half or third of the retail. If you're really in it for the movement and all that, 5172, those chronographs and the perpetual Pateks, they fall a lot from the retail. So be careful. It's good to follow what's going on. Actually, I bought this guitar here. This is actually something else. Anyway, another AWC, lots of LV, roll eyes, tons of them. Jaeger-LeCoultre. So there you go. I won't keep it too long. You can Google this and do what I do. And this is how I follow the market. So sorry if I can't answer all your queries about every model you're looking at, because the market is fluid, it changes. And really, I want to reiterate that right now, cash is king, and you can really if you make a decent offer, a decent amount of money, but still quite wide away from what the sellers are asking, you might be surprised what they will accept. I mean, look at this Zenith Chronomaster Sport that sold for 42,000. I mean, the retail is 82 or 78, something like that. Resale used to be easy, then it got difficult, and as more models come out and all the ADs have it, now 42,000, that's half the retail. Insane deals to be had here in Hong Kong. Or this LUC Chopard with the famous Parmigiani designed 96 caliber, one of the best calibers in Switzerland. This one won't be a Geneva seal, but still 38,000 Hong Kong dollar for a classic, beautiful watch. This is the kind of deals that you can make here in Hong Kong. And we finish where we started with an order overseas, not sold yet, and this one at a better price. So do your homework, do your shopping. Does this one have the full set? Maybe you can always put in an offer and see what happens, or maybe on this cool Vacheron. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, that it's informative. I think this is the real market on the ground here in Hong Kong that you are seeing. And as you go further into my list, you see how the prices were maybe a year or two ago and where they are now, what has sold, what has not sold. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye-bye.